The sudden and heartbreaking departure of Cleto Escobedo III has cast a profound shadow over the world of late-night entertainment, leaving behind a legacy woven from the threads of unyielding talent, deep friendships, and an infectious zest for life that resonated far beyond the studio lights. At the age of 59, Escobedo, the beloved bandleader of Jimmy Kimmel, slipped away unexpectedly, his passing a stark reminder of how fragile the human spirit can be amid the relentless pursuit of passion. The revelation of the causes behind this loss, detailed in a clinical yet devastating document, paints a picture not just of a final chapter, but of a man whose body bore the weight of multiple battles, fought quietly while his saxophone sang loudly. Cardiogenic shock, the immediate culprit, describes a heart overwhelmed, unable to pump life-sustaining blood effectively, a mechanical failure that cascades into chaos. Layered beneath were vasodilatory shock, where blood vessels dilated uncontrollably, leading to plummeting pressure, disseminated intravascular coagulation, a treacherous clotting disorder that turns the bloodstream against itself, and alcoholic cirrhosis, a scarred liver's silent protest against years of indulgence, perhaps as a balm for the road-weary musician's soul. These were not isolated foes, they converged with sepsis, a systemic infection raging like wildfire, graft versus host disease, a cruel aftermath of transplants where the body's defenses turn inward, immunosuppression, leaving him vulnerable to every invader, chronic kidney disease, kidneys faltering under chronic strain, and pneumonia, the opportunistic lung invader that often seals such fates. Together, they formed a perfect storm, extinguishing a light that had illuminated so many stages. This announcement came not from sterile medical halls, but from the raw vulnerability of a lifelong friend, Jimmy Kimmel, whose words cut through the ether like a somber solo. In the quiet hours of an early morning, Kimmel shared the unimaginable. Early this morning we lost a great friend, father, son, musician and man, my longtime bandleader Cleto Escobedo III. His admission of heartbreak. To say that we are heartbroken is an understatement. Echoed the collective ache felt by everyone who knew him, from the crew bustling behind the scenes to the millions tuning in nightly. Kimmel's tribute was more than mourning, it was a call to action, honoring Escobedo's essence as always kind and eager to help others. In a gesture as generous as the man himself, Kimmel launched 2 fundraisers. One to support UCLA Medical Center, the institution that fought alongside Escobedo in his final days, providing cutting-edge care amid the onslaught of complications. The other directed toward LA's The Animal Foundation, a nod to Escobedo's profound love for animals, those loyal companions who offered solace in a life spent chasing melodies and memories. To understand the depth of this loss, one must trace the vibrant arc of Escobedo's career, a journey that began in the sun-baked streets of Phoenix, Arizona, where the sounds of Latin rhythms mingled with the hum of American dreams. Born into a family immersed in music, his father a renowned mariachi musician, Cleto Escobedo III was destined for the spotlight, inheriting not just talent but a cultural heritage that infused every note he played. By his early 20s he was already making waves, his saxophone a voice of fiery precision and soulful depth. His big break came with Paula Abdul's world tour in the late 1980s, a whirlwind of global stages where a young Escobedo, fresh-faced and untested in the grind of international touring, caught the ear of the pop icon. Abdul's recollection captures the magic. I was putting together my band for my first world tour and the moment I heard him, I knew I had to hire him, even though he didn't have any touring experience yet. His talent and energy were undeniable. Those early days were a crucible, forging Escobedo's reputation as a versatile virtuoso who could pivot from pop anthems to jazz improvisations with effortless grace. He toured relentlessly, his horn weaving through Abdul's hits like Straight Up and Forever Your Girl, but it was the camaraderie, the late-night jams, the shared van rides across continents, that planted the seeds of lifelong bonds. Fast forward to 2003, and Escobedo found his true north in the chaotic, creative heart of Jimmy Kimmel Live. Reuniting with Kimmel, his childhood companion from the sands of Arizona, was serendipity wrapped in destiny. As the leader of Cleto and the Cletones, Escobedo transformed the show's house band into a Latin-infused powerhouse, blending salsa grooves with rock edges and hip-hop beats to underscore monologues, sketches, and celebrity interviews. His arrangements weren't mere backdrop, they were conversations in sound, elevating mundane moments into memorable ones. Picture the Cletones riffing behind Kimmel's banter on political absurdities or celebrity gaffes, their energy a buoyant counterpoint to the host's wry sarcasm. Escobedo's presence was magnetic, Offstage he was the glue, mentoring younger musicians, sharing stories of tours past, and always with that trademark smile that disarmed even the weariest producer. Over 2 decades he became synonymous with the show's spirit, his solos punctuating triumphs like Oscar recaps or election night specials, and his quiet philanthropy, donations to music education programs in underprivileged communities, mirroring the generosity Kimmel now champions in his name. Yet, beneath the applause lay the unseen toll of a life in music. Touring, with its grueling schedules and nomadic existence, extracts a price: irregular sleep, dietary chaos, and the temptation of spirits to unwind after encores. Alcoholic cirrhosis, a slow erosion of the liver's function, speaks to those hidden struggles, a condition that creeps insidiously, masquerading as fatigue until it's too late. Escobedo's later years were marked by such whispers, rumors of health dips during hiatuses, but he soldiered on, embodying the resilience of artists who pour their vitality into their craft. The graft versus host disease hints at a bone marrow or organ transplant, a valiant stand against deeper ailments, while the immunosuppression that followed left him exposed, like a fortress with breached walls. Sepsis and pneumonia, common in compromised systems, arrived as merciless opportunists, turning a body once fueled by rhythm into one silenced by struggle. Cardiogenic and vasodilatory shocks were the final betrayals, the heart and vessels failing in tandem, a symphony reduced to discord. The outpouring of grief has been a testament to Escobedo's reach. Paula Abdul's Instagram homage wasn't isolated. It joined a chorus from across entertainment. Bandmates from the Cletones shared anecdotes of backstage rituals, Escobedo's habit of sneaking tacos to the crew during long shoots, or his impromptu lessons on mariachi technique for wide-eyed interns. Fans, too, flooded social media with memories, clips of his standout performances, like the sultry sax intro to a Kimmel holiday special, or heartfelt posts about how his music bridged cultures in their living rooms. Cleto wasn't just a musician, he was the heartbeat of late night, one viewer wrote, capturing the essence. The show's decision for a week-long hiatus underscores the familial fracture. Cast and crew,